Evil body cam. Evil husband realized his wife recorded everything. Everything. What did this sick son of a bitch do? Let's watch.
Pig. What other husband would take care of their wife? Nobody.
He went out to clean out my poop with the Clorox.
Your inpatient wife? What? This ain't just your wife at home that's cleaning on the floors and you shoving her head in the mop bucket. She's in the hospital fighting for her life? Oh, you're fucked up. You're going to hell.
Wipes. He came back in and he shoved it in my mouth. He said, I should make you swallow this with the dirty zoo animal you are.
And so when we brought her in, Dr. Hanan came in. He's like, why do you have all these bruises? He was trying to blame me. I will make you swallow every pill of morphine that you have in that bottle and you will be out of this world within 1 hour. Do you hear me? And I've been by her side the whole time, which will never change.
A beloved doctor with a rare form of cancer reveals that she's been fighting a second secret battle behind closed doors. It's a story written on her face in bruises and preserved in a recording her husband knows.
While I'm fighting cancer, for better or for worse, through sickness and through health, that ain't mean shit to you?
Nothing about. The question is,
I'm talking about, bro, like, you know how fucked up you gotta be? Like, you know, there's a lot of incidents and, you know, niggas, you know, be in terrible relationships and whatever. But they at least come together and get it together for a short term of period when somebody's sick. Inactive cancer?
did her escape come too late?
I was able to make it to the front door with my walker, and I was able to get out to them. And I said, I need help, I need out, I need out.
The following report is based on official police records, and the
That's
footage
too
has
much
never
already.
been seen before until now. A hospital administrator in Grand Forks, North Dakota, calls the police when a cancer patient reports being subjected to physical mistreatment at the hands of her husband.
We would like an officer to come here to help issue a no trespass, and this particular individual, we're expecting him in like the next 10 minutes to be on site, and he does have a history of violence, so could we get somebody over here kind of right away?
And is he an employee or somebody coming in to visit a patient?
No, but the spouse is an inpatient, so he's not allowed to see her due to the nature of some of the things she's disclosed.
An officer with the Grand Forks Police Department is dispatched to Altru Hospital, where after getting a brief rundown from employees, she leaves a message for 40-year-old Josh Temple, the man they want trespassed.
I'm talking with hospital staff here. For whatever reason, it doesn't sound like they would like you here. This phone call is to let you know you are not allowed to come to Altru for any reason unless you have emergency medical attention that is needed. Other than that, I do understand that your wife is in here obtaining treatment, but you are not allowed on the property. I'll go up to 411 and interview her. Do you want to just hang out just to see if he does end up showing up, or just make sure he doesn't? Typically, if they're going to be violent with the spouse, they won't typically be with us. But, I mean, I guess really that doesn't mean anything, but typically, they do stuff like that in private, right?
I was just going to say, yeah, it's more of a
behind closed doors type thing.
yeah.
The officer arrives at the room where Josh's wife, Dr. Whitney Temple, is receiving treatment for complications arising from chemotherapy.
She does have a cancer diagnosis of some sort, okay. And what is she here for currently?
It depends on how you spin it, right?
Okay.
She had diarrhea. She's being abused. I mean, she knew she would potentially die because she has low platelets. So she used her diarrhea as her excuse and weakness to get here.
Okay.
To try to go herself safe.
And maybe it's not what we're thinking here, right? Maybe it's more verbal abuse, which is something that
You'll know when you see her.
okay.
The officer learns that Whitney came to the hospital by ambulance 2 days earlier, but before she can get more information, she gets a phone call back from Josh, who believes this stems from a conflict between himself and medical staff.
I was there last night taking care of her, and I think they're mad because I had her get out of her bed and stand up for a little while as well. And they missed that she was fluid overloaded. And so they weren't following proper, because I know a lot about medicine too, and my wife's a physician.
Okay.
And I study it. I love medicine. Absolutely love it. I was in the Army for 8 years.
Nobody
I
asked.
was a combat
No,
lifesaver.
nobody asked. Let's go ahead and get through that. Nobody asked.
Anyway, but so I know a lot about it, and saved a lot of lives that I've had too.
Having established his
God.
credentials, Josh, a home builder by profession, says that before he realized she was fluid overloaded, he had her stand for about 10 minutes to build up her strength.
And she ended up falling again. She's been falling a lot. And that, I didn't think she was going to, is because she was fluid overloaded. She had her walker in front of her and the bed to the side.
Okay.
And so I think that they got mad about that as well, or at least the nurse was. I know that they don't want to be questioned and harped on or whatever, and I get it. And I know my wife looks like a hot mess right now with all of her bruising and her,
Thanks, husband. Thanks, hubby. Imagine you in the hospital with chemo and the one person you want to hear call you beautiful at all times through any situation. He's like, I know she look a hot mess. What the fuck? You the only person in the world that's supposed to call me beautiful.
Bad medical situation, but it's been like this for almost 2 years.
No matter how long.
Another day for us, and I promise you, I'm not just being some hostile, mean guy. I'm not like that. Very loving, just very protective.
So,
yes, my wife has been falling a lot. She's fallen at work a couple of times too.
is that where her bruising comes from, Josh? Is that where her bruising comes from?
Yes. So she has low platelets and she's been falling. Anytime you touch her or grab her or squeeze her or she falls down, whatever, when you have 30,000 platelets in your body when you're supposed to have 150 to 250,000.
First of all, that's how I know you're gonna feel fucked up anyways, okay? Because you're supposed to avoid especially when you have low platelets, bro, and especially when you're going through chemotherapy, you do not want to bleed, bro. You don't want an injury, you don't want nothing, because there's nothing in your body, it's not enough to recover and heal itself in that moment. So you're abusing her and beating on her and harming her. I'm assuming at least one point where she bled, and while she's mid chemotherapy, while her platelets is low, and you're aware of this. You're actively aware of this? That's insane, bro.
You're going to bruise. She's going to look like a mess. She's going to look like her knees are all banged up, from falling. I understand that. I promise she's not a danger to herself, or that I'm not taking care of her or just letting her fall.
Nonetheless, the officer informs him that for the time being, her orders stand and he is not allowed back on the property until further notice. Next, the officer must speak with Whitney, who has a much different story to tell.
Hello, my name's Abby. I'm with the police department. Do you mind if we chat?
Absolutely.
Okay, and you're Whitney,
I am.
right? And these.
Her eyes are black. Bro, her eyes are pitch black, gang.
Mom and Dad?
Mom and Dad. And they know everything.
And you came in a couple of days ago, I think they said the 3rd.
Yep, and I had to come by ambulance because he refused to take me to the hospital.
Okay.
So I ended up calling the ambulance in the middle of the night. In here.
Whitney will share much more about the horrifying lead up to this hospital stay, but she assures the officer that the trouble in her marriage didn't start this week, as much as Josh may claim otherwise.
If they're trying to make it look like I'm letting her fall or being mean to her or whatever, we've been married for since 2020.
Oh my God, 4 years of torture, bro.
So when we moved into our townhouse in June of 2020, he said I said something lippy, and he punched me in the chest, and I fell on my butt, and I was like, why did you do that? And he's like, you just slipped. I didn't hit you that hard. If I hit you, you would have broken something.
According to Whitney, that was only the beginning.
What type of threat is that?
We were in the car, and I said something lippy. He's too lippy and mouthy.
If I hit you, you would have broken something. You trying to tell me, if I really hit you, I would have made sure you broke something? What the fuck? Are you threatening me?
And he hit me in the side of the face. I was wearing my sunglasses, and it broke the sunglasses on my face and had like marks. And when I told him like you broke my sunglasses, and he goes, I was just trying to grab them off your face. You listen to me.
Whitney says that these episodes didn't end when she was diagnosed with cancer in 2022. If anything, they may have gotten worse.
I have a significant wound on my backside that medically he was kind of the cause of, because he wouldn't bring me to the hospital.
Okay.
And so he was doing my wound care for it. He said he's the only one who could do it, and I would die if he didn't do it, so nobody else can take care of me. And I was getting really, really woozy, and he like smacked me on the butt on the non-injured side.
Okay.
He's like, wake up, if you fall on this floor, you're gonna get septic again, we can't get you up. And another time during a dressing change, I was being lippy, and he hit me on the back of the head, and it made my head hit the side of the tile in the shower.
Whitney endured Josh's episodic outbursts in isolation until a particularly bad incident in April 2023. Afterwards, she reached out to her sister and broke her silence. Josh took my phone away from me last night, but not before I hit record. Then, referring to Josh's daughter from a previous relationship, she said, he initially got mad at me because I asked him for a wet paper towel to clean bone slobber off my blanket from dog. And with that, Whitney shared 2 audio recordings that the police report, in a moment of understatement, describes as disturbing.
You always find a way to it up, and this is why I don't want to be with you forever. All you do is you're just a goddamn.
Oh my God,
you're
leave!
just nothing but a burden.
Then leave!
I can take care of you. These are horrible, and you have cancer. And if you're not dying, you're complaining, you're pissing me off. Always something with you. When are things ever just going to be good? The truth is never, right? Huh? Right? You freak out over a little dog eating their bone next to you.
I didn't freak out.
Oh, I need this blanket washed. Oh, I need that washed. Oh, I need this done.
I just asked for a wet paper towel.
Do it yourself. Start doing your own stuff. Let's see how well that goes. Do you want to do your own wound care tonight?
I can't see it.
I'm just sick of you, and I just don't know how we're going to be able to keep pushing forward. I just do not enjoy my time with you.
Oh,
The opening moments of the recording are enough to expose the tension in the home,
God.
but it's only a hint of the
Oh, not gonna lie, if you're not dying, your bitching was funny. That's not funny. You're fucked up. No, imagine you're literally fighting cancer. You're literally fighting cancer. And a nigga with a lopsided... Sorry. Okay, let's bring it back. Imagine this nigga. Imagine this nigga telling you that. Who the fuck? Like, imagine this nigga, bro. Josh talking like they've been married for a decade. It's only been 4 years. It's only been 4 years. Leave. We still barely know each other, gang. You are probably still to date the newest person in her life. Like, leave. You're not forced here.
horrors to come. The altercation came a year after Whitney began experiencing mysterious pains in the spring of 2020.
And then you waited until she got diagnosed with cancer. You bitch. Oh my God.
He told me that I was having pain because I'm obese and I don't work out, and I just need to work out more and lose weight.
Josh's view of the situation turned out to be incomplete at best.
And he wouldn't let me go to the doctor, and I eventually, because I was in so much pain, I texted my doctor, because we're close, and I said, I really need to get in with you. I've been having this severe pain, and now I'm having neurologic symptoms. And she got me in like the next day and got me an MRI.
Okay.
To do it behind his back.
Whitney was finally diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma in August 2022, missing a crucial early window for treatment. Soon, chemotherapy had to be temporarily suspended because Whitney suffered a sepsis infection and developed necrotizing cellulitis on her backside, requiring months of recovery. Josh became Whitney's caregiver, and by the time of her secret recording in April 2023, he was ready to use that against her.
So at what point do you stop being a mother burden and being a liability and being a charity case?
Like,
when are you
what?
ever going to stop being that? When? You were like this before cancer even, so don't act like it was only cancer. At least with you, you can't just play that cancer card because you were lazy before this and had to do most things.
But you married her. You married her. You walked down that aisle and stood before and said, I do. I want to marry you. That motherfucker look like he belong in Avatar. Even the Avatar people look better than this. Like, this is a shame.
Work was too hard for you. You were the only American in this country that goes to work. And even though there's moms out there that have multiple kids and pets, and they come home and have to still be a mother, and they're doctors too, you need to snap out of being the way that you were bred to be, which is lazy and ill. Every time I show you the path and get on you for doing something stupid, you act like a and you walk away, and then you get on.
He said, you stupid bitch, how dare you come home from being a fucking doctor and helping people's lives improve every day and want to take a moment for yourself. You stupid hoe. You lazy ass bitch. You're a doctor, mind you. I think we all know how long it takes to become a fucking doctor. You lazy son of a bitch. You lazy son of a bitch. You come home and what do you don't want to fold laundry?
Oh mad and you cry about it. Is that going to fix anything? Crying doesn't work on me anymore. I'm completely numb to it. Results work. I'm tired of you not having the results I'm looking for.
Who are you to get results
for? Every day
for?
that belly keeps growing even though your weight's dropping. You need to start doing something. It's either you live your life like a pathetic disabled person or you start getting done. You pick.
It's clear from Whitney's private writings that Josh's cruel taunts were not coming out of the blue. In a phone app, she keeps an extensive list of things he's done and said to her over the years. You won't be a good mother. If you were a man, I'd kick your ass. And shut the f and eat your chili are but a few examples.
Like, why are you trying
Damn, like you hate that I'm fat or you want me to eat the chili? You gotta pick. Is the chili worth eating tonight or no?
to ruin my one Saturday night with? Why are you so good at ruining things? You're like a professional sabotaging mother.
Ruin it. I just asked for a wet paper towel.
Cause drama.
I was not trying to cause drama.
You shut your mother mouth and don't even open that mouth. Do you hear me?
Yep.
Do not even say a thing. You are not entitled to say a word. When she's over here, to spend time and to have a good time, not to hear, oh, I need my blanket cleaned off. I need this. I need that. Shut the up. We'll do it later. It's not doing anything sitting there, is it? And you're the mother who opened the window and got cold. Did I tell you to open the window? What did I tell you before? Don't do something unless you're told to do it. You have a severe listening problem.
This judgment, it seems, was...
Can't be lippy around Josh. He'll crash out real quick. Let me tell you something. He better love what he got at home until he meet a bitch like me. Meet a bitch like me. You think that was lippy? That was your lippy? That was your lip peak? If that's your lip peak, you need to cherish what you have at home, gang. You gonna run across a bitch like me? You ain't never... Y'all talk about lips of lips. I got lips of lips. Ask about me. Ask the people who have to deal with me. That was your peak?
Was a common one from Josh.
He thinks he's such a good guy.
Niggas don't know what they got when they got something good at home. Niggas don't know when they got something good at home. You got the best wife ever. He gonna tell you to shut the fuck up and eat that damn chili. Do you think I'm going to shut the fuck up and eat that chili? In fact, I'm going to get louder, and now we have no chili. Now the chili, now the cops called on me. Now the chili in your face. Now I done threw the bowl at you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, he just don't want her. He just don't want her. He just don't want her.
And he does this for my benefit. Because I don't listen to him. I have a listening problem, and I'm retarded. And the only way he can get me to listen is to do this.
Made my life hell.
I didn't do anything.
He married
to you,
her, by the way.
other than try to love you.
No.
Yeah.
I've been unhappy since the first day and I should have just walked away.
Yeah, you should have.
What?
You thought I was
Yes,
just a
you
lazy
should've.
fat slut who was broke and a
You
burden.
said she was a slut by
I
the
never
dumpster
said I
outside
was a
of your
slut.
apartment. You said,
No.
well, I am one.
I said by your definition.
No, you did not. You literally said that you were one.
No.
Well,
And
it
you
doesn't
married
matter.
me.
The numbers prove that, right? So it doesn't much matter.
I don't know why you stuck
Sleeping
with
with
me.
people you didn't even know.
If you think I'm such a horrible person.
Well, I was trying to fucking fix you.
You can't fix people.
Because you and I both learned that the
Just
hard
like I
way.
couldn't make you nicer, you couldn't make me what you thought was a better person.
Just because I'm not nice doesn't mean I'm not a good person.
I never said you weren't a good person. You do amazing things. That doesn't mean that you get to be mean to me.
Deathbed this time around, but if it comes back for you again, you can say to yourself, "Oh, I wish I had you around to save me again."
To this, Whitney responds by saying that his care includes making her want to end it all.
That's what a fight for your life is. If you would have gotten sent to the military, you would have been able to handle this a little bit better because you would have been a little bit stronger in your mind and not play the poor me game.
For now, Josh remains in control of his temper, but that will soon change.
You can go ahead and recount in your little mind of every little thing that I've done to save your goddamn life multiple times through this process. And what do I get in return? The same at the end of the rainbow. One day you're going to wake up and realize, oh, why did he always think I was so ungrateful? And then it's comments like you just made tonight that I didn't do that much for you. And that you
I never
made it
said
through.
that. You're twisting
So
my
I'm going to
words.
cut your mother off tomorrow, and I'm going to see you struggle and watch your fucking wound turn sideways and fucking take you out of this world. How does
That's
that sound?
insane.
Oh, okay. So what you just said isn't cruel?
I
You're
never.
just a user.
You
I hope
twisted
you know
my
I'll send you an
words.
invoice for all of this care, and it's going to be in the hundreds of thousands.
Nigga said, you said I didn't do too much. So tomorrow when I fucking infect your wound and stab it and watch you die on your deathbed, is that the same? That's the same thing, ain't it? Like, oh my God, what?
Thousands of dollars.
You twisted
and then
my
I
What are you
will send
talking
all
about?
your-
I wasn't
all
grateful
of the
for everything
deals
you've
that I
done.
lost for your as I sit in prime season and let people at my company
You
when
didn't
I'm
have
gone.
to come with me.
I didn't have to come with you. See, this is exactly what I didn't like of you.
He started hitting me with clothes, and I'm like, please stop, please stop, please stop. And he dragged me out of the bed when I had all this like wound in my Foley and everything. It could get ripped out. And he has me on the floor, and he's like repeatedly hitting me with the laundry in his hand. And he's like, I should rip this bandage off you, and you go septic it, and then you septic again, and then you wouldn't survive it.
Even by the time the worst part of the recording is over, it's not any easier to listen to.
Get your back in the bed. You've never saw evil. Get in there.
You know what would piss me off? This is a serious situation, but you know what would piss me off? If you gonna beat my ass, at least have like a menacing voice. At least have an intimidating voice. That's something for me to be afraid of. You know what I'm saying? Like, now you don't want my ass and I'm listening to fucking a squeak yet. Like, you now, like...
You need to learn what you say before you say it. Try to tell me I didn't have to be there at Mayo to help you.
Mike!
If this cancer comes back, I am letting you go. Do you understand that? Yes or no? Yes, it's true. I have not loved you for a while now, but I have cared about you, and I have felt pity for you. But I don't know what to do because we got married and we're supposed to love each other.
Why does every sentence sound like a question? Like, it's pissing me off. Like...
And you're very hard to love. And I feel like you're trying to derail my life and yours at the same time. And how is that fair to me when I've literally kept you alive? Huh?
Sorry.
And then you say you didn't have to be there. If I ever hear that come out of your mouth again, I will make you swallow every pill of morphine that you have in that bottle and you will be out of this world within 1 hour. Do you hear me?
Yes.
I am not playing around anymore. You will be brought out of this world if you piss me off like that one more time. And I will put you out of your misery.
The recording puts Josh's conversation with the officer today in a new light.
Yeah, I'm just kind of weirded out when your husband is trying to take extra good care of your wife and then you're like being penalized for it. It's just kind of disheartening.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get
I don't
that.
really know what, I mean, I dedicated so much time and effort to her and now they're just trying to put her into a freaking home. You better get your one-bedroom apartment figured out because that's where you're headed.
Whitney says that at the end of that day's incident, something happened that was even more terrifying than the violence.
His insult game needs some work for real. Like, it's not even a good insult. Like,
Phone from me, and it was still recording. And I was so scared he was gonna see it was recording, and like that was gonna be like that was it.
This is how people go down, hanging out with losers like you, because then you drive people to be
Sad head loser himself.
and mean, and then you try to get them in trouble, right? Yes or no? You're not around on this. You're not around on this.
Give me my phone!
No.
Give me my phone!
Lay down.
Give me my phone!
I said no.
You give me my phone.
I said no.
Yes.
Why?
Because.
For what reason?
I need it for my alarms.
No.
Yes.
You're not getting it.
Give me my phone!
I bought it.
No.
Lay down.
Give it back!
You got 5 seconds to lay down.
So luckily he doesn't know how to get my phone because he has a really bad memory.
Okay.
And so I just recorded it, and eventually, like, he came in and he's like, I'm gonna get this back to you, and so I was able to, like, shut it off and, like, get it to Sissy right away.
Whitney sends the recording off to her sister along with a desperate warning. You cannot tell anyone yet, especially Mom and Dad, she writes. This is extremely dangerous for me, and if he finds out I recorded him or told anyone about his abuse, he will hurt me again. As Whitney would find out over the next year,
God, you
however,
gotta shoot
there was
that
nothing
nigga,
to
bro.
stop that from happening anyway.
On Saturday, he said I should just cut your jugular and end it.
That was
This Saturday.
this Saturday. Okay.
With that introduction, Whitney describes what happened only 6 days ago when she had an accident in the living room.
So I was trying to get up from the couch, and he was on a work call, and he couldn't, like, get to me quick enough. And I was trying to get there, and I had diarrhea kind of running down me. And he's like, you're on my floor like a zoo animal, and, like, he kind of let me fall off my walker, and he dragged me through the poop into the bathroom.
Oh,
And he
my
got me on
God.
the toilet. And when he got me on the toilet, he started repeatedly hitting me on this left side of my face until my nose was bleeding.
Was he hitting you with the closed fist or open fist? Okay.
You can see the fingerprints on her face, on her scalp there. Through the fingers.
Okay. And then he said,
And that was the left side of your face?
right there.
Okay.
And he's like, why are you bleeding? And I said, because you hit the side of my nose. Did it break it? And I said, no, but it's bleeding. And he goes, so yeah, if I had used a fist, you'd definitely be dead. That's like 2% of what I could do. And then he said, if I hit the right side of your head, you'd for sure be dead because your tumor's over there.
Whitney says that the altercation on Saturday only intensified from there.
You're about to hear the worst thing I've ever heard.
Okay.
So he went out to clean out my poop with the Clorox wipes. He came back in and he shoved it in my mouth.
Ow!
He said, I should make you swallow this like the dirty zoo animal you are.
I'm military, I'm cordial. I don't fly off the handle like an idiot or anything, and I'm a college educated, I'm not a weirdo.
You're the
And
weirdo.
He shoved it so hard that it tore my tongue from like the base here. So I have a big wound. We have a picture of that too.
Okay.
If I get poop in there, I can go septic.
Okay.
Much better now.
You're better.
He keeps trying to call me.
I told him I was coming in and talk with you, so I don't know why.
Oh, my God.
He's trying to be his sweet self.
It is this sweet side of Josh that Whitney would frequently spotlight,
Would
just
you
as she did only a few days earlier when she texted her friend about the bathroom ordeal. He's been by my side ever since, she writes. It kills him being away from me.
Does it seem like he has periods of time where he's, like, physically or emotionally abusive and then he's okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he tries to reel me back in. And he tells me that he doesn't know why he does these things. He gets so scared of losing me that he just kind of loses it.
But at the same time, it wasn't uncommon for Whitney to send text messages that were meant as much for Josh's eyes as for the recipient. She once sent a message to her sister that read, "So I only told Josh that I told you he was calling me obese and was sick of me not listening. He can't know you know anything else. The next text I'm going to send is just in case he wants proof I told you I was in the wrong."
He never does this in front of people because he has to save his pride. He's extremely cordial, a doting husband. Like, I got her, I can take care of her.
As for the incident from this past Saturday, Whitney would not find out until later hospital scans that the damage was worse than she even knew.
Wait, what?
And she suffered a fractured vertebrae during that night's chaos.
Oh.
Whitney says that Josh helped her clean up that night, but the undiagnosed bacterial infection she was suffering from continued to worsen in the coming days.
I was deteriorating again.
Okay.
And I told him I need to go to the hospital. And he said, ultra sucks. They're just going to make you sicker. I can take care of you here. He said, you just need to eat and drink your electrolytes here. We'll get through this. And I said, I feel like I'm dying.
Even at that point, diarrhea, explosive diarrhea for 10 days.
Yeah.
And then what made you call the ambulance Wednesday?
Because I knew if I wouldn't survive the next day. Because my medical stuff was getting worse.
And you called the ambulance yourself?
I did.
Was he aware of that phone call?
Eventually he was. So I was sleeping out on the couch and he was in our guest room. And I was laying out there and I waited till he went to bed and everything. And I called 911. And he eventually came out of his bedroom after I was able to make it to the front door with my walker.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to get out to them. And I said, I need help, I need out, I need out.
In subsequent text messages, Josh adopts a much different persona. I can't believe I didn't hear you and wake up, he wrote. This cancer should be in me and not you.
Oh,
I'll
please.
never let you down again.
He
shut your ass
Jeff's
up.
upset with him because of an incident that happened yesterday with you falling in the room.
Yes.
And believes that okay. He did say that he was on the other side of the room and that maybe he should have been on the same side of the bed.
He forced me to, I have, this leg doesn't work from my tumors and this one was really swelling up and he forced me to do PT and stand and I said, I need to sit down, my leg's not working.
Okay.
I said, you stand for 20 more minutes, like, you need to be stronger. Like, what are you, an 80-year-old cripple?
Okay.
I said, I need to sit down and, he came over, to like grab me to get me back on the bed and my leg gave out and we had the walker and I couldn't hold on because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it slid up from underneath me and he let me fall and I landed on my butt. And then I was able to like catch myself to not hit my head.
Okay.
And there's an IV pole and I have a big scratch on my back from where I scraped it.
I didn't tell her to stand up and fall down on purpose. We didn't know that she was going to fall or she wouldn't have stood up either. She normally can walk just fine. And she's been using her walker just fine. And to prove it, she had PT that day for an hour with the physical therapist a couple hours before I got there. And so she did PT just fine.
Okay.
I was really exhausted after PT and everything, and then he made me do more. And so he had me walking on the side of the bed with my walker, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he goes, okay, now you need to stand there for 30 minutes. Just show me you can stand.
Like for what?
I said, I don't think I can. Like, my legs feel really weird. He said, you do it.
Whitney never explicitly
Like for
says
what?
which moment. The fall last night or the bathroom incident from Saturday
Hey,
was her
hot
final
chicken,
straw,
have you slumped
but her
like a
mom has a grim
motherfucker?
thought about Josh's death threats.
He said on multiple occasions, like, on Saturday, he said I should just.
Well, let me make sure I'm talking about the same thing before I say something.
And there's a huge life insurance policy, which has the beneficiary involved, 1.3 million.
That he is the beneficiary of? Okay.
She got.
Oh
from
yeah,
her-
that place is ass, Chris.
And of course, you to get that in.
Yeah, and then he mentioned to me about, like, you know how bad it would be if you changed the beneficiary from your husband or whatever. If I found out if it went to your parents.
There's definitely a lot of motives.
Okay. You can change that, right? Like you can change it at any time. Yes. I would do that.
Whitney and her parents say that they've already spoken with a lawyer about this and other financial considerations. But for today
Nasty
at
as
least,
shit.
Whitney has had enough.
Are you okay?
I don't feel well.
Yes.
I think we can.
Yeah.
Nurse and nurse buzzing with the nurse.
I'm really worn out.
After telling her emotional story in exhausting detail, Whitney is settled back into bed, and the officer calls Josh from the parking lot with an update.
Sorry, I've been running around. We're so busy. I was trying to get you a call, but every time I picked up the phone, I was dispatched elsewhere.
The fuck? When the fuck did Taco Bell get fucking chicken strips? When the fuck did Taco? I don't fuck with Taco Bell like that, but it ain't been that damn long since I've been there. When the fuck did they get chicken strips?
So
Am I not allowed to take care of her tonight? Bring her oatmeal?
Yeah, no. Her parents are with her. Again, like I said, I'll come over and kind of explain a few more things to you. So
I apologize for ruining. I mean, this is more stuff in your day you shouldn't have to deal with.
No worries.
If I did something wrong here, okay.
Josh agrees to have the officer visit his home to further discuss the situation, which he still
And
believes is
nuggets?
limited to a dispute with hospital staff.
And you ate it?
So I don't know what's really going on today.
Yeah, so the staff there just doesn't want you back there. I think it has something to do probably with what happened yesterday.
It wasn't good, you guys. Like, should I have done something different? I don't know. So on Saturday, she had fallen again really bad and then went to the bathroom on herself. And we didn't know she had C. diff yet.
Okay.
And so I found her on the floor and she was out of it. And, you know, usually you shouldn't really go to the
That shit
hospital
was
unless you
fire.
absolutely have to. But she ended up having a big accident on the couch when I was sleeping.
I actually think that's the opposite, especially when you're going through chemo and cancer, bro. I'm pretty sure they tell you, like, no, if anything is going on, like, please come in. Call us and we will tell you to come in. Like, let us know immediately.
And sleeping in this room. She had to call the ambulance.
So medical was called on Saturday?
No. Saturday she fell. Medical
Okay.
was called 2 nights ago, sorry.
Okay.
I might have messed that up. I haven't had much sleep.
That's okay. I just wanted to...
But yes. And so when we brought her in, Dr. Hanan came in that night at 8 o'clock. So 2 nights ago at 8. He's like, why do you have all these bruises? You have bruises on your knees, you have them on your arms, you have it on your face, on your head, on your back, everywhere. He was trying to blame me that I was neglecting her.
As they move into the living room, Josh insists that he has been Whitney's rock through trying times.
A little over a year and a half ago, she was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. So they found a spinal tumor. And ever since then, it's just been a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And I've been by her side the whole time, which will never change.
But Josh is
No,
about to learn
okay,
that the police
buddy.
aren't just at his house to
Yeah,
reinforce
okay, buddy.
the trespassing order.
So yeah, obviously I talked with staff there. I talked with Whitney, and based on some of the conversation that Whitney and I had, and based
Josh
on
gotta be by? Barely. Barely by. I'm trying to tell you, he grasped at that little percentage of him that liked women. He really did grasp at it. He held firm to his values and beliefs and grasped at that little percent of him that found women interesting.
some of her injuries and things like that.
The fuck is in that back room? What is that? Is that a robot?
I'm gonna place you under arrest for.
Oh, really?
Yep, for terrorizing and aggravated assault. Okay, so I'm gonna ask that you put your hands behind your back.
Okay. I didn't know that, you guys.
All right.
I thought it just wasn't allowed at all true. Wow, this really looks bad on me when all I do is take care of her. Makes me look like I actually did something wrong.
Unbeknownst to Josh, the officer has in her possession letters from Whitney's doctors, one of which says starkly, "There's no doubt in my mind that if she were to return to his care, she likely would not survive another abuse."
I didn't terrorize anyone. I wasn't mean to anyone there.
So this is for Whitney herself. This is not for all true staff.
That seems like a weird charge. I didn't.
So, that means that something was said.
Are we in Canada? Why do I keep hearing some drags on some words? So, where are we?
Something that was done that made her in fear for her safety or her life.
Wow.
There was supposedly some comments during her incontinence episode on Saturday that were really concerning. What was concerning to me was a lot of her bruising. I do understand that she is very sick. She has low platelets, and therefore it does cause some bruising. But she does have a handprint.
Yes, that's from picking her up off the floor.
So
From her head?
No, that was to get her to come.
You grabbed her by her head and picked her up off the floor? You're not even making sense. You're not even making sense.
Too, we already told the doctors that if you even poke her, it'll cause a bruise.
Okay.
And when she hit her eye, that was on her walker. She already told people she fell down.
But this story, whatever its legitimacy, has already been preempted by Whitney.
I said that the walker slipped and I hit my face on the walker.
So that's the public.
That covered it. So
For the eye. And that's what you told them initially when you came in.
They told us.
like staff and stuff, but when I was in the ambulance, he was abusing me.
So she told me that she said those things to other people, and that wasn't the truth.
You messed up.
Okay. So that's what I'm getting.
Why would she try to say this about her only caretaker and the person she's been with for 6 years? And I've been through this cancer fight with her.
Yeah. So based on talking with her, it seems like there may be some domestic violence issues going back to 2020.
No, definitely
that she's
not.
kind of just
Okay.
disclosed, right?
Yeah,
So,
well, the problem is that I keep her alive and keep her going and find all the medical errors and everything else, and now she's saying stuff like this when I did nothing.
What?
Josh is calm on the ride to jail, unaware that this case is already beyond her word against his.
The problem is domestic, like real domestic, is such an awful thing, and then being categorized in that is pretty ridiculous. And then when we get divorced,
And then you ain't got no lip. Big ass nose, no lip, bro.
I'm gonna be like every other woman and try to take half of my money.
No, I won't.
And then
She's a doctor, mind you. Like she's an actual doctor.
I'm gonna cut your throat, is what's going to happen, because no one steals my.
I've always put her in front of myself.
Is there gonna come
Something's
a time when
not
you're
there
pleasant to
behind
be
them
around, or
eyes.
is it just gonna stay like this forever? Am I just gonna be your caretaker until you die, and then we're just gonna live a life of, oh well, that was a waste of my life, huh?
She has been safe. She has been well cared for. The weird thing,
Mind you, all this money that you also spoke of, you could have hired a caretaker, an in-home caretaker, a part-time caretaker.
maybe you guys had asked around and found that out today. But I usually get praise, as does she, for how good of care I take of her.
You need to stop being a nuisance. You go to the store and get your own food.
Okay.
announced the next evening.
Accepted 2024, long to
Whoa!
Whitney Temple.
I skipped.
With her husband under arrest and a protection order in place, Whitney Temple seemed to be on a path to freedom. Unfortunately, she didn't have long to enjoy it. She died a month later on May 6, 2024. At a later court hearing, her father recalled the day his daughter accepted her fate.
Rest
And then
in
I heard
peace,
my baby
bro.
girl announce the next evening, "This is my last supper. I am ready for hospice." And then so crushingly, Whitney unbelievably apologized to us for having to give up the fight for her life.
Josh, who was originally charged with endangering an eligible adult, terrorizing, 1 felony count of domestic violence and 1 misdemeanor count of domestic violence, enters into a plea agreement that
Rest in
sees the
peace,
domestic
bro.
violence charges dismissed in exchange for guilty pleas to the first 2. At his sentencing hearing, a year after Josh was arrested, his lawyer said that he should be given leniency, arguing that he had been, quote, proactive in his own rehabilitation and heavily involved in his church while out on bond.
Oh, please.
It's for these reasons that I asked the court to consider a period of home confinement and supervised probation.
In a sentencing memorandum Josh filed prior to the
please.
hearing, his lawyer argued that his client's actions came out of burnout from being a caregiver. He wrote, Whitney's battle came to an unfortunate end a month after Josh was charged. This fact in itself makes Josh's conduct extremely unlikely to recur. Josh himself also spoke at the hearing.
My wife was my world, and she was the strongest person I have ever known. I'm truly focused on making the wrongs that I made right and asking for true
shut your
forgiveness for
ass
mistakes
up.
that I've made. I'm truly sorry. Thank you for your time, Your Honor.
Sorry.
But while Josh and his lawyer argued that he was, quote, for the most part, a devoted husband who tirelessly cared for his
If you're so tirelessly and you're so, you gonna come for my money, why don't you just take a break? Just take a break. Take a step back. Call a family member. Hire somebody for the weekend. No, I'm gonna beat on her. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna slit her throat. And I'm gonna make sure that you you don't make the net septic emergency.
terminally ill wife. The prosecutor argued that this was exactly what one would expect to see in this type of relationship.
Your Honor, I think everybody in the system, the court, attorneys, law enforcement, we're all very familiar with
fatty. That's what you did.
domestic violence, and it is a cycle. It's not something that happens 24/7. Had it been something going on every single day, every minute of that day, I truly believe that Whitney Temple would have left much sooner than she tried to. But that's not how domestic violence works. It's a roller coaster of ups and downs. There is love bombing. There is promises, assurances that the individual will change. They'll be better. They'll do better. But they don't.
The previous year, an autopsy found that Whitney's death was a result of Ewing sarcoma complications. However, the doctor also noted one contributing factor, a history of documented intimate partner violence. The judge not only took this into consideration, but also the fact that Whitney was not the first.
You have engaged in violence in the past.
What?
So in 2012, you engaged in a domestic violence situation with a person with whom you'd had a child in front of your child. These are concerning facts. You have a problem. You have a serious problem. You need to acknowledge it and you need to address it.
It's just to think, like, what if, like, you know, we can just say what is all day long, but it's like, what if there was somebody beside her side who genuinely cared for the well-being of her health and the improvement of her health, and who didn't deteriorate it at every given moment, bro? Like,
said she died from cancer, but there is no doubt that the physical and mental abuse that you perpetrated against her made her last days on earth even more unnecessarily painful.
Yeah.
The judge sentenced Joshua Temple to 5 years in prison for endangering
Good,
an eligible
bro.
adult and 5 years in prison for terrorizing an adult victim, with both sentences to be served concurrently, followed by 2 years of supervised probation. Whitney Temple, who after her original diagnosis managed to complete her residency, pass a medical board exam, and continue to work as a physician throughout her illness,
that's
was
who he called
33 years
lazy.
old. If you'd like to see select new
Rest
videos
in
early
peace,
and help us
bro.
keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light,
Rest in peace. That's sad. The fact that you're doing all of that while she was actively going through cancer is insane to me, bro. That is so insane. I'm talking about some of the most vulnerable moments of people's lives, and you're terrorizing her. You piece of shit. You piece of shit, no lip having ass nigga, bro. Fuck you. W video, bro. W video.